How's it going, guys? My name is Mighty Mac. Welcome back to this channel. Now, before this video starts, if you guys can please smash that like button and subscribe, that is very much appreciated, and only if you enjoy the video basically. But this video is all about 10 tips basically you must watch before playing ranked in Rogue Company. Now, these tips are pretty simple and some can be very generic, but it's actually pretty serious, especially when it comes to ranked. So I've got 10 tips for you guys, and this is where I'm going to start. So the first tip is pretty simple, pretty easy. When you play ranked, you basically want to find a squad, play with a full team, and honestly, if not, and if you just solo squad and play with randoms, this goes into my second tip. Use your mics, as tip number 2 is communication. Communication is literally key. It's like the most important thing in this game. It's ranked, of course, as teamwork is everything with the callouts, and even if you can't do callouts, if you don't have a mic or something is wrong, you can use the location thing where you can point where an enemy is at, or blue direction for just basically where you want to go. Anyways, moving on to tip number 3. Now, not many people use this at all, and I'm probably sure most people that actually watch this video haven't even bothered using the shooting range slash basically the training modes that Rogue Company have to offer. So honestly, before you just want to jump straight into a ranked match, you're not even warm yet, and so the best place to warm up is either the shooting range or in a training match, honestly. And then also with tip number 4, with also basically warming yourself up, practice public demolition, which is just the generic game mode for demolition itself. Because as we know, the ranked mode is only going to be demolition gameplay, so that's where you can probably get the best out of it. Now, moving on to tip number 5. This is also a pretty generic tip as well, but it's something that everybody must know. It is map knowledge. So with demolition, there's more maps than probably most, and it has different kind of maps and styles that you can actually play in it as well. So honestly, look at the maps that it offers, and you can honestly train on all these kind of maps, as well as custom matches. You can literally look at all the routes. Everything you can do is basically in your fingertips that you can do. But I know, honestly, when ranked comes out, you just really want to play it. But I'm telling you guys, if you want like the best ranked, and so you can like move up faster along the ranks, go up from bronze, silver, gold, diamond, etc., blah blah blah, these tips are probably the best thing that you should do. And I know most of these tips are probably some things that you guys know as well, but this is just in case. Next up for tip 6, this is actually more interesting one for you guys especially, but tip number 6 is honestly getting comfortable with your own settings. So settings, honestly, basically in every game is what makes a big difference. And if you guys want to see my settings, I'm actually going to do a separate video today about the best settings I think you should have for ranked. And it's not just ranked, it's just overall in general what I'm comfortable with, and I'll have an explanation for it as well. So you guys should definitely look out for that video when it comes out. Following that tip, number 7, it's honestly nades. Nades, explosions, anything for your rogue, it is a must. Whether your rogue has C4, a nade, a Semtex, or a sticky nade, whatever it's called in this game, they are insane. All explosives in this game are truly insane and overpowered, and you can have insane pushes with these nades and whatnot. So with these nades, you need to buy them. Probably the first round, I would say, for demolition, because all you can do is honestly, you have your pistol and then you'll have enough for a nade or whatever your explosive device is. And then throughout the rounds or whatever, you can actually upgrade these. It can increase the radius and the damage. And honestly, if you cook these nades, and literally cooking means you hold it in your hand and then before you throw it, there's an indicator on screen as well from the like throwing thing. It goes like from yellow to like dark orange, and then when it's red, it's obviously gonna explode. So you need to time that well as well. And that's where you can actually go to the shooting range, and you can actually practice that yourself. Tip number 8 is something that you don't really hear often, but I think you at least need 2 main rogues that you like basically love playing as. Something that the rogues that you are the best at, the best abilities, you're most comfortable with. you at least need 2 rogues, because there's going to be probably one guy you play with that wants to be a rogue that you are, or they will select it, you know, before you select it. So you need to have a backup plan, and honestly, even if you have 2 rogues that you main as, you're probably going to even need a 3rd choice as well, just in case. Therefore, you guys are going to have to get comfortable with probably almost every rogue. At least have a try with them all if you have them unlocked anyways. So with this being said, I actually uploaded a top 5 rogues video, especially for ranked, and I have great explanation in that, so you guys should definitely check that out. The link is in my description below as well. Tip number 9 is pretty generic, and most of you guys probably have figured this out and learned it yourself, but this is mainly for the newbies that will come to the game especially. Tip number 9 is Hipfire when you should. Hipfiring in this game is kind of OP in a sense, especially when up close, as well as when you upgrade your guns throughout the rounds. Hipfire can be actually increased from the spread of, you know, the area where you're shooting, etc. But as well as that, ADS when you should as well. So don't just hipfire all the time, and don't just ADS all the time as well. Use it when it's most necessary. Say when they're at a far distance or whatever, that's when you have to use ADS, and then when they're up close, and then when they're moving fast or like diving and rolling around, Hipfire is probably the best for those encounters, you know. Now lastly, for tip number 10, basically don't be predictable, go different routes, flank, etc. Do different kind of plays. Don't be predictable. Don't let the enemies or the opposition read your play. Don't do the same routes like every time. Switch it up, because you don't know if people are better at this site A or site B. You don't know what's going to happen until you actually play the game, so that's where you have to experiment. And with that, that is also where the nades come in really helpful, especially at the start. If you can down someone straight away with a nade, you're already at a big advantage. And this also has to do with your abilities that your rogues have as well, to counter every issue and to counteract other issues as well. Anyways guys, I'm sorry if I sound tired. I'm actually recording this very late because I want to try and get it out, you know, as soon as possible. Anyways guys, this is basically the end of the video, and if you have enjoyed, make sure to let me know if there's any other tips that you guys want to say. Include them in the comments as well. And if you want to see more Rogue Company videos from me, especially more tips and tricks, maybe another one for ranked, let me know as well. Anyways guys, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. I will see you guys again next time, so have a good one and goodbye.